We got our white monster. Let's go over some cool tricks and take this for a drive to show you what you need to know about the Porsche 911. As long as you got your key in the car, foot on the brake, we can turn one, turn two. Oh man, that sounds good. And cool thing, let me get these up. Cool thing is I programmed this button here to be our garage door. So when I tap that, ta-da, the garage will open. Again, if you saw the first video, you know the basics of a lot of the buttons, but let's actually activate and play with some of them. So again, to go into drive on this, you have your shaver here, foot on the brake, push that down. We are now in drive, and then we can creep on out of the garage. Normally, once I pull the car out, I'll shut the garage, so I hit that button again. And as you can see, my driveway is super steep, so I made sure to get the model with the front axle lift. So when it is red, that means the front axle lift is lifted, and we are ready to roll out of the driveway. Also, the other big thing before I leave the driveway, you gotta turn it into Sport or Sport Plus. We'll go Sport today. It's a sports car, you're supposed to do that. So let's go ahead and creep out. We're gonna take this at an angle, and again, that front axle is lifted. So slow and nice, no scraping. Once we're out, we do have to tap that button. You can see it says lowering vehicle front. Give that a sec, and now the vehicle's lowered, and we're ready to drive. So when you're in sport mode, the car is obviously automatic, and it's still got pretty good giddy up, but for me, I always like to drive with the paddle shifters. So to make it true paddle shifters, you do have to hit the M right here, and then in the front here, you're gonna see it says M in red with the little down, and the D is no longer active. So that means it's only paddle shifting. So from here, we can downshift, upshift, do whatever we want. One other thing, if you do want to extend the spoiler at a low speed, all you have to do is hit this button here, which is the car, and then it'll have your drive functions here. So to put the spoiler, you just tap that button here and see the checkbox, and there's a little animation showing it's going up, and we can't see it from here, but the spoiler is now up. And then if you want to retract the spoiler, you have to tap it again, and then it will automatically do the little animation, and then now it's retracted back down. One other thing to note is we're gonna switch it back into automatic mode. So if I hit the M, now in the front here, the M is gone. It just says D, and then it shows our gear, which is second there. But again, I can downshift if I want. We're actually gonna have to turn around. I forgot there's a dead end here. Spin up, good point here. We have to go into reverse. You really have to shove that thing forward hard to get it into reverse. We got our cameras, back to drive, and we don't want to scrape here. Ooh, nice and slow, there we go. But again, we're in automatic here, or just normal sport drive, so it'll shift for us automatically. But again, anytime I can downshift that, get a little rev, upshift, and kind of take over a little bit of control. But again, the car is gonna do its own thing. Also, for the drive mode Sport versus Sport Plus, Sport Plus is gonna stiffen up the chassis and suspension on it, as well as it's gonna do rev matching for downshifting automatically, which is actually pretty cool. So right now we're in Sport, it doesn't really do the rev matching, and it's more casual. But if we go to Sport Plus, you can see right away it just downshifted, and let me give it a little oof. And then if I get on the brakes, you hear that? It did the rev match there, which is pretty cool. Let's actually spin down this way. And again here, just to show that it does the rev match, I'll punch it here, and then we'll get on the brakes hard, and there you go. Pretty cool. The other big thing to note is the turbo button, or the sport button here. So I'm actually gonna put it into normal, so it's gonna drive super casual. But if you ever need to pass a car, merge onto the highway or something like that, hit this button here, and it's gonna put you into like super mega sport mode. It'll put you in a lower gear, higher RPM, so that way you can punch it around. So to demonstrate here, I'm just gonna like drive casual here. But then let's say I'm like, oh man, I need to really punch it. Actually, let's get around this turn first. I need to really punch it. I'm gonna hit this button. It's gonna downshift us to second, give us that power, and then we can go ahead and punch it. And you can see there's a little timer. It gives you 20 seconds of that super sport mode there. So again, pretty cool feature. And once that timer's up, right now it's going to go back down into normal mode. You can see it dropped us to 4th gear, so now we're just casually driving again. One other cool thing about the front axle lift and why I love it, again, we do have a pretty angled driveway. The front axle lift has a geofence feature, so you can save locations like our house. So as I approach our house, it's gonna automatically raise the suspension, so that way I don't have to worry about hitting that button or forgetting it. So just to show you, we're gonna slowly roll up here. Right here, you can see it blinking. It's automatically raising it. I didn't even touch it. It's now raised up. And now we can go ahead and get into our driveway. Don't scrape anything. And perfect. And there you go. Hopefully this was helpful. Life's short, buy a Porsche.